Hello everyone and welcome to the gaming station Rotovast, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to unlock the additional attire for any superstar in WWE 2K22. So without wasting my time, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to add 5 different versions of Roman Reigns in my game. The 5 different versions of Roman Reigns includes the default version, of course, and apart from that, the NXT version, the promo version, the Shield version, and also the WrestleMania 32 version. So most of the versions were already in the game, and the default version is a modded one. And apart from that, the promo version is created by me. Of course, some of the textures I have used from Acknowledged. So without wasting much time, let's start it, guys. So let's just hope you got all of the character files and the render files here in the mods folder. So as you guys can see that I have already created custom folders for all of the attires for Roman Reigns, and apart from that I also got the renders. As you can see, this is the render I'm going to use for the promo version, and this one I'm going to use for the WrestleMania 32 version, and this one gonna be for the Shield version, and finally, and that's gonna be for the NXT version. So I'm gonna I'm gonna cut all of these files, all of the render files, and I'm gonna paste it in the accurate directory, which is going to be in my mods folder. Now I'm gonna go to the UI folder, then assets, 2K22 texture, superstars, and basically this is the render folder, and I'm gonna paste all of the renders here. So now the second thing I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna open the SDB editor. So the reason I'm using SDB editor is because I don't want my game to read all of the alternate attires as the alternate attire. No. I'm gonna give custom names to all of the attires. So for like the NXT version of Roman Reigns will be having the NXT version. So I'm gonna search for promo attire once I open the SDB file. Now, as you guys can see, there is the promo attire has already got a string in the file because it is a custom string that I have added in the file. And after that, I'm gonna search for WrestleMania, of course, WrestleMania 32. So this string is also available. I'm just making sure, I'm just double checking if all of the strings that I'm gonna add to the attires are available or not. So now I'm gonna search for the Shield because because I want to add the Shield version also, and I also want my game to read that particular alternate attire as Shield. So I'm gonna okay, here's the Shield. Yeah, we got it. So we got all of the strings here, and just let me make sure if NXT is also available. So I'm gonna search for NXT debut. Okay, there is no string attached to word NXT debut. So so I'm gonna use just the NXT word. You guys can actually customize it the way you want. For example, the Shield version can also be called as the Big Dog, or the WrestleMania 32 version can also be written as the Big Dog. It's totally up to you guys. So now I'm gonna open the discovery meta tool, and I'm gonna open the roster table. Okay, as you guys can see here, I'm gonna search for 368 because 368 is the ID for Roman Reigns. No, not one. Okay, I'm gonna search for 368. As you guys can see, only one attire is unlocked for Roman Reigns, and the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna unlock 5 different attires for Roman Reigns. So 5 slots will be unlocked. So I'm gonna go to unlock and unlock attires. You guys can actually choose any desired number that you want from 1 to 10. So I'm gonna use 5 because I got 5 versions of Roman Reigns. So that's pretty much done. Now I'm gonna save it. Search for Roman, as you guys can see. Okay. There's something I'm missing. Okay, I'm gonna add the string. I'm gonna go to load attire strings. And as you guys can see here, there are alternate attire 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them got the same strings because the game will read a same text for all of the attire. So the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace these strings with the actual text that I want to make appear in my game. So the first version will be the promo attire. The first attire will be the promo attire, and I'm gonna paste the string from promo attire to the alternate attire 2. Now for the alternate attire 3, I'm gonna go for WrestleMania 32. So that's gonna be the WrestleMania 32 version of Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna place it in alternate attire 3. That's gonna be the third slot. Okay, I might have messed up something. Okay, no, I gotta use the bottom one. So this is the WrestleMania 32 string that I'm gonna use. Okay, and the alternate attire fourth will be the Shield version. So I'm gonna search for the Shield, and they're gonna copy the string ID of the Shield and gonna paste that. Okay, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna use. Here's the Shield. I'm gonna paste it right here, and now for the final version, I'm gonna use the string called NXT, because I can. If you guys want, you can actually change this to NXT debut, but I'm just content with NXT, so not much happy, not much upset. I'm just fine with NXT. So I'm gonna use the NXT string here, and the game will read the attire number 5 as the NXT version. Okay, now I'm gonna save it. Now it's time for me to close the SDB editor. I'm not gonna make any kind of save. So now it's time to open the character mapping. Go to asset map and open the character mapping. Okay, that's gotta be in the modes folder. Alright, I got the character mapping in the modes folder, the character folder in the modes directory, I mean. Yeah, here it is. As you guys can see, this is the character mapping. This is the most important file. This can actually make the game crash if it is not edited properly. So the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search for 36800. It means the default attire for Roman Reigns. So I'm gonna press Control F and gonna search for 36800. As you guys can see, Roman Reigns 36800, 36810, and 30. As you guys can see that there is already 4 attires available for Roman Reigns in the game. So the thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change the character folder path and default attire folder path for all of these 4 attires. I mean, of course not for 00. This is the default attire, and I'm not gonna change for it. I'm gonna change for okay. So in the second attire, I'm gonna use the promo attire. So I'm gonna copy the path and now paste it here. Paste it once again, and for the character folder path, I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna backspace the 368 attire from. I mean all the attire folder path. I'm gonna backspace that, and gonna use the character folder that is left. Okay, and now for the third attire, I'm going to use the WrestleMania 32 version of Roman Reigns. Okay, a copy from here, just like I did for the previous version. I mean for the previous attire. Just paste it twice, and for the character folder path, just delete the attire folder. So I'm gonna save it. Time. It's time for the Shield version. Of course, I'm gonna okay. Yeah, this is the Shield version of Roman Reigns. The beginning of the path will be from the characters folder. I'm gonna save it. The Shield version is also saved. There's only one attire left, but there is no slot available here. So luckily Roman Reigns had already had 4 slots, and now I'm gonna do is insert a new slot. So this is how we do for those superstar who don't have any extra slot, and most of the superstar have just 1 slot. And I mean, for example, if you want to add 4 or 5 attires for Brock Lesnar, then Brock Lesnar gonna have just a single attire available here, and all you gotta do is just add 9 different slots for Brock Lesnar. This is the step you wanna do, and just like the previous attires, I'm gonna paste the character folder path and the default attire folder path. Now it's pretty much done. I'm gonna save it, and now it's time for the renders. I have already created the renders, and I've already pasted all of the renders in the accurate folder. Okay, for the renders, as you guys can see, there is no slot available for Roman Reigns, and like we can only use a single render for Roman Reigns. But the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a character. I'm gonna put Roman Reigns ID on that 368, and I'm gonna export that to my data folder. Okay, I'm gonna type Roman. Now it's time to save it. Okay, as you guys can see, there is no any slot. Okay, let me show you guys first that once I load that render file, I mean the face texture file in roster folder. So it's time to load this one, and if I search 368, and the thing I'm gonna see is there's just 1 slot available for the renders. Just the default attire gonna have the render. The rest of the attires won't have any render. So the thing I'm gonna do is just right click on it, kill and import, and I'm gonna import the data that I have just exported. Just keep in mind that all of these files will have the extension of .flex, oh sorry, .ftext. That actually means the face texture. So I've killed it. As you can see, it is actually shows it actually shows the dead byte, but there is a new slot of 368 available here, and now you guys can see I can actually add 10 renders for different attires, and for 10 different attires I can add 10 renders. Okay, now it's time to get to business. So I'm gonna go to our render folder, UI, asset, textures, rendering, superstar, type A, and okay, I'm gonna copy this path from right from UI. Just keep in mind that you don't need to copy the modes folder. Just copy it from UI. Okay, I've copied it, and now I'm gonna copy the entire file name. That actually gonna help me. Okay, because the thing you got to do is you have to copy the entire path, also the file name, the entire file name along with the extension. I'm gonna change it alternate attire to 36810, because that's what I have named the file. I think I'm pretty much done. Just let me get it correct. Also keep in mind that you have to put the file name which you want to see as a render. I mean, you can actually use any file name for any of the render, but you just have to keep the path correct here. So I'm gonna save it, and now it's time to bake. Let's do it, guys. So I'm gonna bake it, and boom, it's baked. Now it's time to test it in game. We have started the game, and now it's time to test all of them. So I'm gonna go to Roman. If we have done everything correctly, then Roman gonna have 5 attires, and all of them will have the correct string and renders assigned to them. So here's Roman Reigns. The last one is the Annex 2 version, and all of them got the perfect renders and the perfect strings. And this is how you add additional attires to any superstar in WWE 2K22. So if you guys found the video interesting or some fruitful, please drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and share it, guys. Thank you, everyone.